Danger, danger, Will Robinson, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, The Time Tunnel, and Land of the Giants are all being remade or rebooted in 2025. Now, this certainly is not the first time a Irwin Allen science fiction series has been rebooted or remade. Lost in Space 1998 was, in my personal opinion, a wonderful motion picture, and if these more recent reboots or remakes of other Irwin Allen productions can stick to the grand tone of Lost in Space, the movie 1998, I will be very pleased. But there have been some less pleasing attempts at remaking Irwin Allen science fiction. The less said about the Netflix Lost in Space, the better. But what you've got in front of us, the 202 unaired TV pilot, they're referring, of course, to the Time Tunnel pilot that you probably can't even remember happening. But yes, it did happen. It's totally forgotten. It's hidden away on the special features of the Time Tunnel DVD box set. But yeah, it still exists, and surprise, surprise, it did actually happen. Surprise, surprise. Okay, this is the 2002 Time Tunnel, just a CG image. They never actually went to the trouble of building a time tunnel as they did in the 1966 original. Despite owning this thing on DVD, I've never been able to actually sit through the whole thing because it just turns my stomach. They changed the gender of one of the time travelers. Look, basically, is this what we're going to get in 2025? Is this what we have to look forward to? Is this what is really worth talking about? Anyway, let's move on to Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, the reboot or remake for 2025. Now, this channel has done several videos on the Voyage TV series. In my personal opinion, Richard Basehart, on the right, as Admiral Nelson, is the star of the show. But Richard is no longer with us. He passed away several decades ago, so obviously he can't be in this reboot or remake. Another star of the Voyage series was, of course, the submarine Seaview, one of the most beautiful crafts in the history of science fiction. And they simply can't do that these days. They don't have the budget to make massive 18-foot miniatures of submarines. They use CG instead. That simply would not be the same thing at all. And of course, I should mention David Hedison. There are many devoted female David Hedison fans, and unfortunately, David Hedison is no longer with us. In fact, nearly 99% of the Voyage cast is gone. We've still got Patrick, we've still got a couple of others, but the key players are no longer with us, so that sort of damages the prospects of a reboot or remake of Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea in 2025. In the 1990s, we had Sequest DSV, but that had big names like Steven Spielberg attached to it, so people just watched just to see Steven Spielberg at work. They were not really interested in Voyage. Other reboots have gone well, such as the Frasier reboot, the Star Trek Picard reboot, but, you know, there have been so many dud reboots of old shows. Do you want more reboot talk, or do you want me to stop talking about this stuff altogether? Let me know in comments. Stu from Australia, signing out.